Nell is here, but she gets a few minutes off because I've been very excited to speak to this lady. Choose 80s, Lee Adams. How you doing?
Oh, fine, thank you. Been excited to talk to you too.
So, Lee, what I love about you, I'm imagining we're a similar age, but you love the 80s, and like me, you've gone around to loads of events and you've interviewed loads of 80s stars. How excited are you for this year's season?
Oh, I'm so excited. The whole thing is just amazing for me. Me and my friend Sue Archer, who we run Choose 80s together, we met as journalists, and we've always had a huge passion for the 80s. So we thought, why not combine the two and interview 80s pop stars?
You guys are so funny. I just love the way you do it. How long have you been going? When was the first event?
About 8 years ago. I've been journalist.
Wow.
For
you were
years
still in the 80s
that.
back then?
Yeah, well, yeah, almost. But it really is incredible. I mean, to think that the people that we watched on Top of the Pops, who had their posters on our walls, to get the chance to meet the people that we idolised as teenagers, and to ask them the questions we've always wanted to ask them, it really is a dream come true.
Who are you looking forward to? So I'm a massive fan of 80s Rewind, but there's loads of events. Who are you looking forward to this summer?
Rewind is a big favourite of ours. So we've been going every year.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to that. And Billy Ocean is one of the...
Oh, my God. He is such an entertainer. I saw him at Butlins one year. And listen, to be honest, Get Out of My Dreams Into Your Car is probably one of the worst lyrics of any song ever. But Loverboy and Caribbean Queen are great songs. But when he got up on stage... That guy is just amazing.
He's incredible. He's in his 70s, isn't he?
I know.
Yeah, just 70. He just has the crowd in the palm of his hand. Honestly, he's amazing. And he's such a nice guy as well. He's so friendly.
He seems like it. Duran Duran at Allaway, looking forward to that?
Duran and my band. So, yeah, we're hoping to go over to the Isle of Wight Festival. That will be incredible.
We'll be there at Radio Woking. My ultimate band of the 80s is Go West. So I've had the honour of interviewing Jimmy Page, Brian May, Red Hot Chili Peppers. The only band I've ever asked to interview is Go West, and I've interviewed them twice. So they're back doing the circuit this year, so I'm very excited about that. Who haven't you you've interviewed way more people than me. Who haven't you interviewed that you want to chat to?
Well, you mentioned Duran Duran. I've never interviewed them.
That's a travesty, Lee. We need to make that happen.
I know. I need to come with you. Hopefully we'll be at the Isle of Wight Festival. We may get a chance. You never know. Adam Ant is another one, and he's playing at Chillfest this year. I used to love Adam Ant. When I was 10, I had posters up on my wall. So he's playing at Chillfest in Tring. That's a really boutique 80s festival.
Fabulous.
Really up close and personal. And there's so many. I mean, there's so many people that I still haven't had the chance to meet. So hopefully, we're ticking them off as we go.
Yeah.
It's just nice to be able to chat to them and to bring the interviews to people when they're sitting in the front room watching telly.
Listen, a lot of people appreciate what you're doing, Lee. What I love is as well, 80s festivals are doing really well. You look at the lineup of any 90s focused festival, it's just not the same.
It's not the same.
It doesn't work.
If it's just because I love the 80s so much.
It's not. It literally, if you produced your perfect night... So the thing about an 80s festival is, generally, you're not going to get the Duran Durans. If there's 20 acts on, you're not going to get them. So 90s, they've got some massive hitters, Oasis and Blur. But you go down from that, there's nothing there. But the dance stuff and all that was amazing, and the music was brilliant. But it just doesn't work as a festival. It's a fascinating model of how these festivals are going to evolve.
Definitely, but I think if you look back at the 80s, when you go through the top 20s from 80 to 87, nearly every number one, you could sing every single word of that song, which is why I think they've lasted the test of time.
Okay, so it's all about the lyrics for you.
And the songs. It's amazing how many lyrics you do actually know. They come on the radio and you think, I haven't heard this for 30, 35 years or however many years. And you just know all the words, and I think it's just because the songs from the 80s were so incredible, and there was such a mix of genres through the 80s as well, something that no other decade has achieved. You had ska, you had pop, reggae, hip-hop, house,
rap,
R&B.
Yeah.
And that's why the festivals are so good. They're so colourful, and especially when you get festivals where people dress up, like at the Let's Rock festivals, and Rewind, of course.
And the Weekenders at Butlins, we love.
Yeah. And there are so many. There are so many festivals. You could live the 80s every week of the year if you wanted to.
A couple of quick questions, Lee, before we let you go. What's the best act or performance you've seen live?
OMD is a big surprise for me. I was never a huge fan in the 80s.
Wow.
But every time I've seen them live, they've blown me away.
I think for me that the equivalent would be Midure, because I knew Ultravox songs and that. But every time I see him live, he does a great show. Most disappointing for me was Soul to Soul. So absolutely love them in the 80s, and when they do a set, they just start mucking around on stage. It's not the same. How do you feel about acts that... What's the balance between the old stuff and the new stuff? Because a lot of 80s bands want to play their new stuff. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think people go to the festivals to have fun, relive their youth and have a party. And if they don't know the songs, it's not the same. They can, of course, if they like the act, they will go and follow them on tour as well. But
so they can do their own stuff. I think we need to agree, Lee, something like every fourth song or something like that.
Possibly.
Do you know what I mean? There's got to be a compromise. You know, they've got this one shot at a massive crowd. Their own gigs are not going to be as big. But let's just say, hey, guys, you know, we were massive in the 80s. We're still doing music. We're going to play 3 or 4 of our own, and then we're going to do 1 of our new. And you might groan, but shut up and listen. But I think if that was like the standard, it would be easier to swallow. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Tony Hadley is quite good at that. He usually brings in a new song, but everybody loves Tony Hadley anyway, so he always goes down well, and his new stuff does.
Well, if you say it goes down well, you know him better than I. Lee, say hi to Sue, and thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us on.
See you around.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Lee
you.
Adams there from Choose 80s. We've got a shared passion there.